Hello guys, how you guys doing? So today we're going to be making catfish pepper soup, and these are the ingredients we're going to be using. This is our catfish. We have our onions, pepper and seasoning cubes. I'm going to be using scent leaf. This is our pepper soup spice already blended. You can get this in your local market or African store. And this is salt that's going to add taste to it. So we are going to begin with washing the fish. Because catfish is slimy, you need to make sure you take your time to wash it. You can remove the dirty from the middle of the fish because sometimes it's not already cleaned, so double check to make sure it's clean. So after rinsing it and taking off as much sliminess, you can then use salt to rub the skin of the fish. That also helps to remove the sliminess that comes with catfish. So you pour the salt and rub on each of the fish, and if that's not enough, you can either use alum or put apple cider vinegar, just a teaspoon or tablespoon, depends on the quantity of the fish. After all this is done, the last lap to be able to remove the sliminess is using hot water. When I mean hot water, I do not mean boiling water. It's slightly higher than warm, but not hot enough to cook the fish. So when you pour the hot water inside, it does two things. Firstly, it helps to harden the fish so that when you're cooking your pepper soup, it doesn't break into pieces. Secondly, it removes the sliminess that remains on the fish. So I've just poured my hot water into this bowl now, and if you can look closely, you can see some white strips on the fish. That's the remaining amount of sliminess that needs to come out. So all I'm going to do now is wash this fish and remove it with my hands. I'll gently rub over the fish to remove the sliminess. So it's not going to be so hot because you know it will burn you. So it's slightly hot but not hot enough and not warm. Now we're going to start cooking our pepper soup. So you put in your fish gently into the pot. As we all know, fish is very tender, so you don't just want to dump it into the pot. You need to put it gently so it doesn't affect the fish by making it break into pieces. Then we're going to put in our chopped onions. Depends on how much you like onions. I like onions a lot, so I put a lot of onions. So after putting your onions, we'll put a bit of salt in it. Remember, we're using seasoning cubes, so mind your salt. And we put in pepper. After putting in pepper, we're going to put in our pepper soup spice. So depends on how much you can tolerate spices. That determines how much of spice you need. It also depends on the quantity of your fish and the quantity of the water you need from your pepper soup. So I'm going to get a soup for about 5 people. So I've put my pepper soup spice and I've put my seasoning cubes, and I like to use a variety of seasoning cubes, but mind you, you put salt, so be careful. So and then we're going to cover the pot to cook. After 10 minutes, we'll check and taste for salt if it's enough, and then we stir gently. This is how to turn your pepper soup to avoid the fish breaking. So you turn it in circular motion. Just put your spoon at one part of the pot and keep stirring gently. That way it reduces the amount of fish that will break into pieces. At this point, you test for salt, and if it's enough, you go ahead to add your scent leaf. And when you add your scent leaf, you leave it for another 10 minutes, and then your pepper soup is ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to try out cooking pepper soup. I'd like to hear from you. Do you like cooking catfish pepper soup, or what other type of pepper soup do you like? See you in my next video, guys. Bye.